sitting there like life owes you something. Like the world's supposed to knock on your door, hand you success in a silver tray and say, "Here, champion, we've been waiting for you." What a joke. You think because you've been hurt that the universe is gonna feel sorry for you? No. That's not how the game works, Cupcake. Pain doesn't give you privileges. It gives you options. You either rot in it or you rise from it. But you've been marinating in it like a damn victim stew. Crying, overthinking, scrolling, hoping something changes without you moving a damn finger. What the fuck are you doing? You cry about betrayal, like you were some innocent angel who got stabbed in the back. Please, you handed them the knife. Hell, you even showed them where to stab. You gave trust like it was candy. And now you're surprised they ate it and left the wrapper behind. Boo fucking who? They hurt you? Join the club. Life isn't fair. People don't love like you do. They use, they take, they ghost. And then they post motivational quotes like they're the victims. What a world. But let's get real for a second. You needed to be broken. Yeah, I said it. You needed to be smashed into pieces to finally wake the hell up. Because the version of you that existed before all this, that soft, naive, always apologizing mess, that version needed to die. That version got walked on, ignored, overlooked, forgotten. So when they left you, when they stopped answering, when they pretended you didn't exist, that was a gift. A brutal one, wrapped in silence. But a gift, nonetheless. And look at you now, still clinging to the memory of people who would forget you the second someone else gave them attention. Still chasing ghosts in the hope they'll turn around, still waiting for closure from people who can't even spell loyalty. It's pathetic, but it's also kind of beautiful. Because you don't see it yet. You don't realize that all this pain, it's carving something out of you. Something sharper, something colder, something dangerous. But you gotta choose, kid. You either stay the same, soft, forgotten, replaceable, or you become the thing they can't kill. You become the silence that haunts their loudest moments. You become the shadow that follows their regrets. You become the what if they whisper about when the lights are off and the crowd is gone. But you'll never become that if you keep begging for clarity, if you keep texting, if you keep hoping they'll come back. They won't. Not because you're not worthy, but because you let them think you weren't. You ever notice how the world goes quiet just before everything explodes? That kind of stillness. That haunting silence that crawls into your ears and wraps itself around your thoughts. It's not peace. It's not serenity. It's the calm before the betrayal. The breath before the gunshot. The smile before the knife slides in. Calmness. Such a beautiful lie. Dressed in a robe of patience and perfume of hope. But underneath, it's war. It's chaos begging to be born. And you, you thought calmness was healing, huh? That sitting still meant you were safe? Oh, kid, what a joke. Let me tell you something real. Something dark. Something no self-help guru is gonna say in their shiny little TED Talk. People love when you're calm because they mistake it for weakness. They think your silence is submission. They think your patience is fear. But here's the punchline, sweetheart. Silence isn't weakness. It's a blade. And when wielded right, it cuts deeper than rage ever could. You gave them calm, and they called you cold. You gave them understanding, and they called you distant. You gave them space, and they filled it with someone else. What the fuck did you expect? Loyalty? Loyalty's a dead language now. No one speaks it anymore. And even if they do, it's in tongues soaked in lies and contradictions. But you, you believed it. You believed if you stayed calm, if you kept showing up, kept proving your worth in quiet, soft little ways, they finally get it. They finally see you. But they didn't. Because calmness, it's only valued after the storm hits. People only look back and say, he was good to me, once they're knee-deep in the mess they chased. See, chaos is exciting. Loud mouths, fast moves, fake love dressed in glitter, they go for that. Every damn time. You are too stable, too calm. And now, they're bored of you. Isn't that beautiful? Calm got you forgotten. Let me break your little heart a bit more. Because I know it's already cracked, I'll just push it. You were calm.
And the calmest hearts break the quietest, and the loudest tears fall when no one's watching. You
see now, don't you? They were never scared of your anger, they were scared of your peace. Because your calm exposed their chaos. Your silence made their noise unbearable. You became a mirror. And they hated what they saw. That's why they ran. That's why they twisted your calm into emotional distance. Because if they admitted you were steady, they'd have to admit they were the hurricane. Nobody wants to be the villain in their own story. So they painted you black, cold, hard to love, too quiet, too deep, too boring. And you swallowed it. You believed it. You started thinking something's wrong with you because you weren't performing your pain like a circus act. Because you didn't bleed loud enough for their sympathy. What a joke. They wanted the fire, the drama, the screams. They wanted to feel alive. Even if it meant dying in someone else's arms. But you just wanted peace. You just wanted something real. Calm. But guess what, kid? Calmness is a dangerous thing to offer. Because once they get bored of your peace, they'll go looking for chaos in someone else and leave you burning in the silence you created to protect them. And that's where you are now, huh? Sitting in the ruins, quiet, alone, calm. For the first time, that calm ain't peace, it's punishment. It's the scream you're too tired to shout. But listen to me. Listen real close. That same silence, that same calm that killed you, you can use it to rebuild. You rebuild in the quiet. You don't scream for help anymore. You don't knock on doors that closed on you. You sit in the ashes and you breathe. Slowly, deeply. You don't need their noise, their pity, their half-assed apologies. You don't need the people who couldn't love you unless you were broken and begging. What you need is to understand the power in your stillness. The calm that once got you ignored, that same calm can now become your edge. Because calm people, truly calm people, are the most dangerous ones in the room. They watch, they wait, they learn everything. And when the time comes, they don't announce it. They just move. They don't post revenge. They don't cry about the trail. They don't explain why they disappeared. They just vanish, quietly, completely. And suddenly, everyone notices the silence they once mocked. Suddenly, the absence becomes louder than presence ever was. And those same people, they panic. Because now, the calm is gone. And chaos. Chaos feels colder without the warmth you used to bring. See, calm isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing the right thing without shaking. It's being in control of yourself when everything else is falling apart. You think strength is yelling? No, strength is walking away. while holding in the storm you could have unleashed. That's what you did, didn't you? You walked away from people you could have destroyed with the truth. You stayed quiet while you were bleeding. That's not weakness. That's discipline. But let me ask you something brutal. Where did that discipline get you? Sitting here with a shattered heart and no applause? Yeah, that's the cost of being real in a world addicted to performance. People don't want depth, they want distraction. You were a mirror. They were clowns. And when clowns see a mirror, they break it because it ruins the show. But here's where it gets interesting. One day, when the clowns are tired, when the masks stop fitting, when the audience gets bored, they remember the mirror. They remember you. The calm one. The one who never needed a stage. And they crawl back, not because they love you, but because they finally see what you were trying to give them. Peace, safety, truth. But by then, my friend, it's too late. You've already rebuilt yourself from the silence they forced on you. You've already found peace in your own shadow. You've already learned to be alone without being lonely. And you know what the best part is? You don't even hate them anymore. You just don't care. That's what real You were never boring. You were never too quiet. You were never the problem. You were just misunderstood. Because calmness is rare. It scares people. It reminds them of everything they're not. So they call it cold. But the truth is, your silence burned louder than their chaos ever could. And now you sit with that silence. You study it. You sharpen it like a blade. Because the next time someone tries to call you weak for being calm, you won't argue. You'll just smile and let the silence answer for you. So stay calm, kid. Not for them, not for their comfort. Stay calm for you. Because when everyone else is screaming, the one who speaks last wins. And when they finally ask why you went silent, why you stopped chasing, stopped caring, just tilt your head and say nothing. Let the silence echo what your love once screamed. Because calmness is the art of not reacting in a world that begs for chaos. It's the revenge no one sees coming. And when wielded right, it's the most violent answer of all. You know what's funny? When you were loud, when you begged, explained, tried to fix things, they ignored you. But the moment you went silent, oh, that's when they started listening. Not because they suddenly understood, but because they got scared. That's the irony, isn't it? They fear what they can't read. They fear calm because it's unpredictable. Anger? That's easy. Sadness? Obvious. But calm is dangerous. Calm means the storm already passed inside you, and now there's nothing left to burn. Nothing left to prove. Nothing left to say. That's when they know you're done. You didn't give up. You just woke up. You stopped watering dead plants. You stopped offering your light to people who loved living in shadows. You stopped justifying yourself to people who built stories about you in their heads and sold them as truth. And now they sit with their own lies, chewing on regret, wondering when the silence turned into goodbye. But you don't need to explain. Not anymore. Because calmness doesn't demand attention. It demands respect. Real calm, it isn't passive. It's not doing nothing. It's the conscious choice to hold back the destruction you're fully capable of. What the fuck do they know about that kind of power, huh? They think silence means you're done fighting? Nah. Silence means you've won the war. Inside yourself. Let me tell you something brutal. Something most can't swallow. You were never supposed to fit into that chaos. You were meant to rise above it. That's why they hated your calm. It made their drama look pathetic. It made their noise look cheap. You didn't play their game. You didn't beg to stay. You just stepped back. And that drove them insane. Because the calm one always leaves without warning. No message. No warning shot. Just silence. And silence, oh silence, is a language only the broken can hear. You gave them all your calm and they mistook it for comfort. But calmness isn't comfort, it's a burden, a heavy one. It means you carry your own pain, your own fears, your own broken pieces, and you still choose not to bleed on anyone. It means you've seen chaos and refused to become it. It means you've mastered yourself. And that's why they left. Not because you were boring, but because you were beyond them. They couldn't handle your depth. So they ran to puddles. What a joke. So what now, huh? You sit in the calm, alone, tired, numb, but stronger, wiser, quieter. And they don't know. They'll never know. What it took for you to hold it all in. The wars you fought behind those eyes. The battles you never spoke of. The pain you buried beneath your patience. But guess what? You don't need them to know. Your silence is your story now. A story only those who earn your peace will ever get to read. Let them wonder. Let them hurt. Let them regret. You've outgrown noise. You've outgrown begging. You've outgrown the need to be understood. You speak calm now, and only those fluent in stillness will hear you. So the next time they say you've changed, smile. Because you did. You went from bleeding in front of everyone to healing in silence. From being their safe without standing tall, without needing a stage. You walked through hell and chose not to scream. That's not weakness, that's evolution. And one day, when they've ruined every good thing they touch, when they're drowning in their own noise, they'll remember you, not as the weak one, not as the quiet one, but as the one who saw everything, said nothing, and walked away without burning a single bridge, because you didn't need revenge. You became the lesson. So here you are now, not broken, reforged, not loud, unshakable, not chasing, watching. You're the silence they mocked, turned into the storm they can't escape. Isn't it poetic? The same calm they trampled on is now the silence echoing in their heads. You became everything they feared because you needed no one, asked for nothing, and stayed unfazed while they drowned in the drama they created. They'll tell stories about you one day, whisper your name like a warning, not a memory. And you won't flinch, you won't smile, you won't even look back, because kings don't return to thrones they outgrew. You'll just walk, calm as ever, while the world burns behind you. And when they ask, why didn't you say anything? You'll grin, tilt your head, and let the silence answer. Because I said everything by leaving.